Welcome to Turner Truck and Tractor. My name's Les and I'm glad you're here for today's little video. Here, let me show you the Oliver real quick. It's been a while since it's had all its clothes on. In fact, this is the first time some of y'all have maybe have even seen it with all the sheet metal on, but it's running, driving. It's probably one of the best starting and steering and just riding tractors I've ever been on. It is smooth. The only issue I've got is a little bit of sadness on the rear wheel spacing. And here, let me show you the space I've got in between that tire and fender, maybe a 1/4 inch on a good day. So I'm trying to move it a couple of inches outboard. I've got the jack on it there and still no luck. I'll jack it up and let it sit overnight like that. I have used some heat torches on it. Those U-bolts are loose. I've driven it around. I'll try to hit rocks, anything to jar that loose, but I guess it's got so much surface area, it is just rusted and seized on that axle shaft and that keyway there. And so I've got the little sledgehammer, little hammer, boards, trying to get leverage and shove that wheel out. I'd like to get, a couple more inches on that, wouldn't we all? And that would look so much better. On this other side, if it doesn't move, I can live with it, but I'd like to get the tire tread about even with the edge of this fender, and the same thing on this side, ideally, and get it straightened back up. The original owner, or maybe somewhere in its life, they set it up, maybe the plow and how it drafted or something, or a planter or something, and they redid the wheel spacing on it. I can see some hammer marks with sledgehammers, before I ever got it. But other than that, it's been just a good tractor to run around here on. So let's take you to the latest acquisition here related to the truck and tractor. And as you can see, it is now a trailer added to the fleet. Here, I'll put in some pictures here real quick while I'm walking over here. And borrowed my late brother's pickup, so that was bittersweet. But all in all, this is some of the goals that we had. So this is just what I would call a basic cheapy tractor that I found on Marketplace. And then I saw their website. It's a brand new trailer and sort of a no-name brand. But here, let me show you the trailer tag on it, if that concerns anybody there. But it's for the price I paid, I'm very well pleased with it. It seems to be really well built. It pulls good and it even backs up good. So the length of the tongue and the relationship to everything, it backs up really nice, and I appreciate that. But bumper pull, I adjusted it to get the trailer a little bit pitched right and level. It's got the 10K wind down jack on it, and then I added a spare tire to it. That was an additional option, and this dealership was great to deal with. The price on the wheel and tire was less than what I priced out before I went at the company that supplies tractors, so that was good. And then here's the trailer itself, and it has the rub rail and the stake pockets, which some of the cheapest trailers, they delete that trying to cheapen them up, and this has it on there already. And then once I got it, a couple of days later, I went to Home Depot and got some of the bare deck paint, I guess you'd call it. It has the texture of wet cement basically, and trying to roll on wet cement. It's about an 80 to 120 grit texture, if you will. So it's slip resistant, but I got it more for the protection of the wood. I put that in our cattle trailer, and it sees light duty, so nothing heavy, but it's held up really well over the years. And so I thought I'd try it on this. This is tinted a slate gray, but there's 50 other colors you could get if that suits you. But I found that it really makes the wood last a lot longer sealed up that way. And then I took my template and added Turner Truck and Tractor just for funsies and add a little style to it. But yeah, it's got the black mod wheels on it, 10-ply tires, so we'll see how the 10-ply goes. But for what little distance I'm going to go and just carrying that tractor and the occasional vehicle, I think that'll work for my purposes. It's got the 5-foot ramps on it, and some of the cheaper trailers I saw have 4-foot ramps. Another place that they cut a few dollars off the cost. LED lights, sort of hard to see there. But all in all, they did a really good job on the construction. Whenever I crawled underneath it, everything is painted, not just what you see on the outside. So they assembled it, welded it all up, painted it, and then put the deck on. So for what I would call a bargain price trailer, it stands up and even exceeds some of the higher price trailers out there. So been well pleased with that. Besides the wheel spacing on the tractor, if you have any ideas and comments on that, how I can maybe escalate it up the scale there or resort to violence to get that wheel loose, let me know in the comments. And then the other thing is, I'm looking to get some, I guess, trucker's chains and some ratchet boomers, one on each corner to tie the tractor down. So any comments on that, what I should look for, do's and don'ts, or any maintenance on the trailer other than, you know, the obvious, the lug nuts and grease the bearings on it. So any care on it or anything I should look for to make it last longer, let me know. But otherwise, thanks for coming along. It's been a while. I've missed you, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Take care.